when I was a senior in high school, I was on my way to the grocery store. It was one of my first times out on the road by myself, and I was so happy that I was getting to go. It had taken me forever to convince my mom to let me drive by myself because she was so scared that I was going to do something stupid or someone else was going to do something stupid. She couldn't go to the store because she had just had a full hysterectomy and her bladder removed because she had cancer. And my stepdad was on his way back from the Atlanta airport, on his way home from his father's funeral. So it was up to me to go. I had my license for 2 years and still hadn't been able to go out by myself. I was super excited. I got in the car. I was headed to go to the store, and I got a text message from my best friend. And me being the type of person who thinks that certain situations will never happen to them, I decided I can text and drive. I opened my phone, I read the text message, and as I was responding, I heard a horn honk. I look up and I'm in the other lane. Didn't even realize it. I swerved to correct myself. I overcorrected. I ended up flipping my car 3 times and I dislocated both shoulders, both my hips. I had burn marks all over my face. I had burn marks like right here on my arm from where I went to stop myself, um, and bruises everywhere. And this is actually a picture, 2 weeks after the wreck. You can still see some of the swelling, the burning. I luckily did not get stuck with permanent burn scars. Um, and it was on that day that I realized that anything can happen to anyone. And if it's something that you can prevent by just simply not doing it, then common sense tells me don't do it. Do I still text and drive? Yeah, sometimes. Should I? Absolutely not. There's tons of statistics that tell me not to do it. There's lots of dangers involved, and there's safe ways to use my phone while driving. Everyone loves numbers whenever they're trying to be told what not to do and why you shouldn't. So that's what I'm going to give you. 9 is the number of Americans killed every day due to texting and driving. 1 in 4 is the probability that a crash involved a cell phone. 40% is the percentage of teens who say they've been in the car with someone who was texting and driving. 33% of U.S. drivers ages 18 to 64 report reading or writing a text while driving. 341,000, the number of wrecks in 2013 that involved texting. 4 times is the number that you're more likely to crash while using a cell phone. 2 is the number of seconds you can safely take your eyes off the road. 5 is the number of seconds that you take on average to read or respond to a text message every time you look back up and look back down at your phone. 21 to 24 is the age group most likely to read or respond to a text message while driving. And 46 is the number of states that have banned texting while driving. There is a graph that shows you if you're going 55 miles per hour and you take 5 seconds to look down at your phone to respond to a text message, you have traveled the length of a football field in just the 5 seconds you've looked down. And in that length of that football field, anything could happen. The dangers of texting and driving are very obvious. You're not looking at the road, you're looking at your phone. When you're driving, you have to be aware of everything around you, not just for your sake, but for the sake of others. So when you're texting and driving, if you do that, you are not only risking your life, but you're also risking the life of anyone in your car. You're also risking the life of anyone else on the road. Do you really want to be responsible for the death of someone's mom? For the death of someone's child? Do you want to be in the car by yourself texting and driving? You get in a wreck and you die. If you're a mother, if you're a father, or you in general, you mean something to someone and it's not worth it. You can safely use your phone by not using it at all. And if you have to use your phone, then use it hands-free if you have to make a phone call. Use talk to text if you have to send a text message. You can hand it to a passenger and have them respond to the text message or make the phone call for you. And if it's not something you want someone to hear, or it's not something you want someone to see, then it's obviously not important enough to risk your life or the lives of others on the road to answer or respond or read or whatever the case may be. Don't pick up your phone. Just it's not that important. A lot of people are unable to stop. And in my case, I've been in a wreck. I've almost died. And I still do it sometimes. Not with my son in the car, but I do. We know the dangers, but we ignore it. And that's the sad part. So now it's time to make your decision. Texting and driving is the leading causes of wrecks, and the statistics show that it's dangerous. The dangers are imminent, and the safety possibilities are there. So don't make the same mistake that I did. I risked my life, the life of someone else, and I almost lost mine. And it's not that important. So you can take the pledge at itcanwait.com to stand up and say, it's not worth it.